In today's video, we're going to talk about the lost art of originality. You know, I feel, in my opinion, I feel as though there's a major challenge in the world today. I feel as though originality is slowly becoming a lost art. When I look around society and I look at some of the things that are taking place out here, it just feels like people more and more are starting to lose their originality. People more and more are starting to just avoid being authentic. And so as it relates to your career, I think that could be a killer thing for your career. And when I say a killer thing, I'm not saying it in a good way. I think that could end up slowing down your progression in your career when you don't embrace a mindset of originality and you don't embrace a mindset of authenticity. And I feel like I kind of understand why it's happening. But in this video, I want to talk to you about why I think it would be a great idea for you to embrace originality, for you to embrace authenticity in your career. Let's talk about it. Welcome to another episode of Career Strategies. My name is Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%. And on this channel, I'm going to teach you strategies that can help you advance your career. Okay, so if you like the content that you hear on this channel, do me a favor, join the family, hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be dropping new content every single day. All right. So again, we're talking about the lost art of originality. So here's what my thoughts are on this. When I look, I'm a big movie fan. Okay. So I love going to the movies. And like before we had our child, me and my wife had our child, me and my wife were like almost religiously going to the movies every week. Okay. That's just something we're into. We're movie heads, right? And one of the interesting things that I have noticed as of late is that it's almost like I notice it more there. That's the thing that kind of triggered me to really start paying attention to other realms. But in the movie industry, it just seems like everybody's constantly trying to do repeats, right? So it's like they're trying to reboot everything that worked in the past. Why? Because listen, from a money perspective, I understand that it requires a lot of money in order to make some of these movies, especially with some of the CGI that's out there, or computer generated effects or whatever it's called. So with the CGI that's out there, okay, it requires a lot of money to be able to roll out some of these movies, and I get that, right? So as a result, it just seems like what the movie industry is doing is they're trying to just go with proven strategies or proven concepts that work. So like I just recently saw what is that? Child's Play. Okay, Chucky. All right, they're doing a reboot of that, right? And listen, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool to take a proven concept and make it better and so on and so forth. But man, I want originality. That's why I take my hat off to Jordan Peele from Key and Peele. That's why I take my hat off to him for Get Out and take my hat off for him for Us, because these are original concepts. Okay. And that's why I take my hat off to some of these other people out here that are creating original concepts, like I think the concept of the Alita Battle Warrior or something like that. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's the new Alita movie. I take my hat off to them because it seems like they tried to go down a path of a new concept. Okay. And my thing is this, right? When you look at movies, right, and you look at, let's say, Star Wars, okay, what makes Star Wars such a huge franchise, right? Because it was such a huge gamble when they first created it, okay? there wasn't a proven market out there for it. When Harrison Ford took on that role, and that other guy took on the role, I forgot his name, but the main character from Star Wars, you know, they didn't realize that it was going to end up being what it ended up becoming. It was such an original idea. It was at that time when it came out, it was so unique and it was so untested that, you know, they didn't want to even put a whole bunch of money behind it. Okay. And, but it ended up paying off in the long run. Okay. That original type of thought process, that mindset of, you know, going into a space that hasn't necessarily been gone into before. And if it wasn't for some of these people having these original ideas, some of the many things that we appreciate about movies today, we wouldn't have been able to see it. Right. And so what the point I'm trying to make here is that in your career, as you go through your life, there's going to be a lot of things out here trying to tell you not to be you. Okay. There's going to be a lot of, it's going to be much easier for you to want to try to copy someone else because you see what someone else is doing seems to be working for them. But what I would tell you is don't be afraid to push out into the realm of the unknown. Don't be afraid to be 100% you, because one of the things I've always said is I'd rather fail being me than to win being somebody else. Because here's what happens. If you win being someone else, then what eventually ends up happening is you don't end up being happy with the success that you're able to create. Okay. And furthermore, if you fail trying to be someone else, right, then you got to live with the fact that, man, I wonder if I would have just been myself, if it would have worked, if it would have just took off. Right. And so in your career, I want you to be authentic, right? I want you to be comfortable being you. Okay. I want you to be the best version of you. Okay. So like when I teach strategies for people going through the interview process, it's not that I want them to be a particular type of person or a certain kind of way, as much as I'm trying to give them strategies for helping them be the best version of themselves, right? So I always want you to be the best version of yourself, but I also want you to be authentic, right? And so don't be afraid to be authentic, right? Because here's the thing, if you're afraid to be authentic, then essentially you're afraid to have an original thought, right? Right? If you're not comfortable being you, then how can you ever be comfortable embracing an original thought? Right? And furthermore, how can you be comfortable sharing an original thought if you're not comfortable in your own skin? Okay? So that's what I want you to take today. Okay? I want you to take with you today a mindset of being original. Okay? Of embracing the idea of originality, whether it works or whether it doesn't work. Okay, I think in the long run, if you stay committed to originality, and you focus on consistently trying to be an original you, a better version of you, I think you're gonna win. Because here's the thing, when you're original, right, you end up differentiating yourself from everybody else. And we live in a world where actually people love things that are different. Okay. I always tell people, I heard this, there was a book that I read once before. I think it's called The Best Damn Sales Book or something like that. And the guy in there explains about, he gave an example of like, if I was trying to, let's say, raise money, for an original concept. And then I started off and I was like, all right, so here's the deal. I got an idea. It's a $1 billion idea. Okay. And here's what it is. I need you to invest $1 million for me to get this rolling. But I'm telling you, this is a $1 billion idea. I guarantee you. Okay. And then I start off like this. All right. So there's a rat and there's 4 turtles. Full stop. If I tell you that I got a $1 billion idea, and the first thing out my mouth is there's a rat and 4 turtles that fall down the sewer, and this green slime falls on them, and then they turn into ninjas, right? If I told you this, you'd be looking at me like, are you freaking serious? Why are you wasting my time? But hindsight is always 20/20. You look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, if you look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle brand, you will see that they have actually grossed well over $1 billion. Okay, that brand as a whole. Okay, but in that moment, right, it took somebody with a very original, like, that took a mindset of originality. That took somebody willing to go into a space that had not been tested before when they originally brought that idea to market. Okay, so here's the thing: when you embrace this mindset of originality, understand that people probably gonna think you crazy at first. Okay, they might not get it, and that's okay. All right, you just need to push forward, because I think in the long run, things will end up working out when you take on a mindset of originality. And things will work out a lot better, and you'll enjoy what it is that you're doing a lot more if you embrace a mindset of originality. And that's based on a true story. Listen, I want to give you free access to a virtual training platform I created called Interview Prep University. It's 100% free, and it's designed to teach you how to exponentially improve your job interview skills from point A all the way to point Z. If you'd like to get free access to it, go to www.interviewprepuniversity.com. All right, listen, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that little bell after you subscribe so that you can get notifications, because again, I'm going to be dropping great content every single day. Thanks so much. Take care.